Well, good morning and welcome to Northern Lights Center for Spiritual Living. We are a community of people dedicated to using spiritual and practical principles to create lives we want to live. And Northern Lights Center for Spiritual Living offers practical and spiritual tools to make positive changes where? In our lives. And our promise is to reveal, inspire, uplift, celebrate, and magnify your greatness. We acknowledge our presence here on the traditional and unceded lands of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish and Coastal Salish peoples. These people are still here, and we join with them in how they continue to honor and bring to light their ancient heritage. We seek to resist the erasure of Indigenous histories as we work towards honoring and inviting the truth. In a similar fashion, we acknowledge that so much of what we know in our country today, including our culture, economic growth, and development throughout history and across time, has been made possible by the labor of enslaved Africans and their ascendants who suffered the horrors of transatlantic trafficking of their people, chattel slavery, and Jim Crow. We also name the Asian and Chicano people who toiled with little recognition. We are indebted to all of their labor and their sacrifices. And we acknowledge the tremors of that violence throughout the generations and the resulting impacts that can still be felt and witnessed today. If you care to, please join us in our community song in this very room by Ron and Carol Harris.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace and quite enough power to walk through our every fear. And Spirit, sweet Spirit, is in this very room. In this very room.
So for today's meditation, I just invite us to become aware of the support of the chair if we're sitting, the floor if we're standing, to become aware of the air around us, to become more aware of our breath as we breathe in, to become aware of the rise and fall of the air within us. With the breath in, our heartbeat speeds up slightly. With our breath out, our heartbeat slows. So just become aware of that pattern of breath, in and out. And with that awareness of breath in and out, remember that this is life breathing up each of us into ongoing existence. The process of breathing required no study. Something we've been able to do all of our lives. And yet, we can forget to breathe. We can forget the power of our breath, the power of life living itself in, through, and as us. So in this time, this is simply an opportunity to remember. In that remembering, allow the experience of gratitude to rise up, to become present. Being present to this day and being present to this breath and being present to gratitude. What thanks within seek expression. If you've already eaten breakfast, take time now to just give thanks for everything that allowed that breakfast to come to you. In all likelihood, the breakfast involved some element of farming. People working that farm. Water going to those plants. The miraculous interaction of sunshine on the chlorophyll in those plants. And that growing. The harvesting. The collection. And then the transport. To get here, the people that are in the room had to drive. And I know for a fact that everybody, even on Zoom, has driven. So let that thanks expand to the people who care for the roads, the fellow drivers. Now, we may have been on roads where the fellow drivers didn't drive the way we would have preferred. And yet, we can still express thanks. Thanks for our bodies that know exactly what to do with the food that we've consumed, with the air that we breathe in, that none of this requires an instruction manual. None of it requires study. But how much it expands with this gratitude. The gratitude for everything that has brought us to this moment in time. that gratitude extend out to the people in our lives, the family, the friends, the people that we have yet to meet who will make a difference in our lives. All of the ways that each of us are making differences in people's lives. All of our stories, those that we share and those that we keep private, hold them with a sense of gratitude. Imagine this gratitude like the sun, like the stars in the heavens. We send the light of our gratitude out. Some of the stars in the sky started shining long before any of us were born, long before human beings even came into existence. Our gratitude can shine in the eternal universe in the same way. If we want to add love to our gratitude, if we want to add wisdom to our gratitude, if we want to add joy to our gratitude, if we want to add beauty to our gratitude, just be present to what within us wants to expand and express outward. So in that space of gratitude, shining radiantly in this moment and for all eternity, just feel the gratitude. Feel it reaching out. Feel its expansion. And allow yourself to become present to your body once again. The support of a chair if you're sitting, support of the floor on your foot. And as you feel ready, open your eyes and come back to the room. And join me in Amen,
Amen.
Ashe,
Ashe.
and so it is.
So it is.
So today's reading is a little different. It's being presented from YouTube.
Ready?
Yep.
Gratitude is one of the easiest ways to manifest more into your life. Even the lottery winner Shane Missler preached by it. He woke up every day with thanks before his feet hit the ground, before manifesting his $400 million win. But why is gratitude so powerful? Why does it bring more abundance to us? Let's explain why. Everything in this universe or reality we live in is vibration. Everything. Everything you see, hear, or touch is vibration in and of its own. Gratitude is a vibration. When you give off gratitude, you give off the vibration of having something. You feel complete. You feel it's there, even sometimes when it's not. So how can we harness this power of gratitude and manifest what we want into our lives? How can we take this energy and turn it into a manifestation in our physical world? You start by pausing. Pause right now. Not the video, but just pause and look around. Wherever you are, just see what you see. First off, let's be grateful you can see. It's amazing, isn't it? Imagine life without it. Scary, right? Now what do you see? Your phone, your clothes, your computer, your drink, your food, your car? What is it that you see? Whatever it is, it's there for you. You're alive, experiencing it. Give thanks for it. Be happy for it. A good practice is to do this right when you wake up. You prime your day with gratitude. Lay there for 2 to 3 minutes and just soak in your life, the good of life. And instead of looking at the bad stuff like the work that you have to get up for or something else, try to force yourself to look at the things you can be happy and grateful for, like your bed, even your toothbrush. Just like anything, it needs practice. Your brain's neural pathways may be wired more to look at the negative. Most of us are like that because of the programming we grew up with. But after a while, you will start to prune those out and start waking up grateful without even trying. The amazing thing is that once you do this more and more, you start to put yourself into the reality of you having more and more. You will attract more abundance because you are in an abundant state. For instance, being grateful for the money you have now will bring you more money. It's a snowball effect, even if it's a few dollars. Instead of looking at the little you have, start to see what you do have as more. The glass half empty or full scenario. I know this seems like tricking yourself, and honestly you are, but there's a reason to this. Start to incorporate gratitude into your life. Whenever you notice you complaining, switch to looking for something you're grateful for right away. Gratitude is the energy of having it, already done and received, so use it. Comment down below 2 things that you're grateful for. If you can, come back every day and comment 2 more, and keep it going. Thank you for watching.
If you want to manifest anything in your life, a great place to start is with visualizing what it is you want. As Robin Sharma says,
Pardon?
I told them to shut up. Shut the monkey up. Okay, now it's your song, isn't it?
Don't we have the declaration?
Oh, that is supposed to be, but yeah, I'll put it in there. I don't need sound for that. I can declare, I don't need sound for that.
No, there's no sound needed for the declaration. So the declaration is a community statement that we may or may not choose to strive for. So this is what our core council has identified. So I'll say it, please feel free to join me, and we'll do it a total of 3 times. We are an expanding and loving community, working in a field of infinite potential. We are an expanding and loving community, working in a field of infinite potential. And finally, we are an expanding and loving community, working in a field of infinite potential. And so it is. I give thanks for all the little things that bring me smiles every day. I give thanks for all the gentle things that guide me on my way. I give thanks for all the helpful things that lift me up to stay. I feel thankful. I feel grateful. I feel thankful. I feel grateful. I feel thankful. So much gratitude. We give thanks. You give thanks for all the little things that bring you smiles every day. You give thanks for all the gentle things that guide you on your way. You give thanks for all the helpful things that lift you up to say you feel thankful. You feel grateful. You feel thankful. You feel grateful. You feel thankful. So much gratitude. We give thanks for all the little things that bring us smiles every day. We give thanks for all the gentle things that guide us on our way. We give thanks for all the helpful things that lift us up to say we feel thankful. We feel grateful. We feel thankful. We feel grateful. We feel thankful. So much gratitude. I give thanks for all the little things that bring me smiles every day. I give thanks for all the gentle things that guide me on my way. I give thanks for all the helpful things that lift me up to say I feel thankful. I feel grateful. I feel thankful. I feel grateful. I feel thankful. So much gratitude.
Good morning. I didn't say it yet, huh? I light this candle today over here. Maybe. For all the veterans. I know Veterans Day was yesterday, but I can do it because I'm up here. So I just lit that candle for all the veterans who have served and are serving now. So now we go to our first song.
I might not have it all, but I'm happy with what I have.
I love that line where she said that I attract more when I'm grateful. And I believe that is so true. I just want to thank everyone that's here on Zoom and everyone in the room for venturing out and rising this morning and arriving to Northern Lights Center for Spiritual Living. And this month we're talking about gratitude. Gratitude should be, I think we should express gratitude, 365 days a year. But it seems that we have to set certain months aside for certain things, and it's just how we are, because we can do that. I remember in AA that November is they celebrate that as a big month of gratitude. And there's a lot to be grateful for in that. And so today, I came up with a topic, giving through gratitude. Because I believe that the more grateful we are, the more we share with others. Share with our families, our friends, our community here, our community beyond. Like every Thanksgiving, we collect and we share what we have with this year's 4 families again for Thanksgiving meals, so that they have food to celebrate Thanksgiving. Express gratitude by doing a kindness, by being kind, by sharing, by giving without expecting something in return. So many times we do that. Well, some people do. I don't know. Maybe I have done it in the past. I don't normally do it today. I don't consciously do it. Let's say it that way. Give something to someone because I'm expecting something back. I want to give because one thing I can. I choose to. I remember my mother, when she was alive many years ago, I sent her some money. She was, she was on a very fixed income, and she said, "You didn't have to do that." I said, "I know." I said, "I wanted to do that." And that's when the thing is, when we want to do something, when we choose to do something, instead of when we feel that we're obligated to give, that we have to do this, we should do it. That's not that doesn't give me a good feeling, as well as when I want to do something for someone. Spiritual principle of conscious giving to that which inspires you and feeds your soul. It expands richness, expands the richness you experience in life. This is the law of giving and receiving at work. Giving and receiving. That's the thing that so many people, they feel so good when they're giving, but then when somebody wants to give them something, it's, "Oh no, you do all this whatever stuff we do." All we have to do is thank somebody and be a gracious receiver. Because if you're not, then you are not allowing the person giving to be a gracious giver. And that's something they want to do, and it seems like it's so hard to do that sometimes. I'm working on that. And I think that's like life. It's practice, practice, practice. I said in that one video, we practice. And I think that's actually one of our goals on this earth, is to practice. And giving is a fundamental spiritual law. You cannot live without giving. You can't live without breathing, like Brahma said in meditation. You inhale, you exhale, and that just goes on and on constantly until it doesn't. It is part of a vital process of life. Breathing and giving. And it's just, it's automatic. Sometimes with dollar signs in our eyes, we're more concerned that we are giving and what we are giving, but not from where. Where are we giving from? It is a question of motivation. We need to face up to some hard questions, like, do I tithe or give to get things, to get a greater awareness of divine law? So am I giving, so I get something back, something in return? Do I analyze the effectiveness of my tithing on a basis of my income, or my general well-being? So am I basing it on the dollar signs, or am I basing it on my spiritual well-being? In Luke 6:38, yes, the Bible, it says, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you the measure you use, it will be measured to you." So the idea of giving, what you give, you will get back. And it says sometimes 10 times over. It's the idea that you're giving from that one space, that grateful heart. The grateful heart is a beautiful thing. I could see people that, these fundraisers they have, especially this time of year, that people want to give. Like we usually give in December to the Treehouse foster kids. And I know a couple radio stations, they do fundraisers for them too. And to me, it is such a thing that you can give something to know that these children will have something that they need and want, but sometimes the need is greater than the want, like clothes, for instance. So giving from that grateful heart. When Jesus criticized the Pharisees for tithing without love, I love that. He could have been implying that they were not tithing spiritually, but only for show. And I know that's a lot of people, they'll do that for, they want to make a big show out of it. And then you've got these other people that give great things, and you never know that they gave, because they weren't giving it for show, they were giving it for the good, for the greater good. And Jesus was watching the rich people dropping their gifts in the collection box in the temple. He also saw a poor widow, put in 2 very small copper coins. This is one of my favorite stories in the Bible. He said, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put in more than all others, because she was putting in from her heart from the heart." And so, sometimes churches and other organizations, they tend to, I don't can't think of the word. They want you to give and give and give, and sometimes you can't give as much as the other, and you don't, and that's not the point. We don't do this one-upmanship or give what you can't give. That's just like sometimes some people on very fixed income have to choose between, food, medicine, and everything. They have to make these decisions. Well, tithing and giving doesn't mean you have to give everything away, and so you have to take care of yourself and your family and whoever you are responsible for. And some say the moral lesson is the value of personal sacrifice. And I don't think he means a sacrifice where, Abraham's going to sacrifice Isaac, not that kind of sacrifice. But it might take a little bit, to give. It's not how much we give, but how much we are willing to sacrifice. And that word in there, willing, I mean, if we're willing to be willing, so many things can happen. And to sacrifice in the support of something that would benefit others. We're giving so the others can have, and others can live and maybe thrive a little bit. And where do we give from? Do we give out of guilt? Or out of I should have? Or I should, you know, all that good shoulding. Or does it come from the heart? I guess I'm thriving a little on the heart today, but that's where it comes from. We are essentially giving creatures. Most of us anyway. But life is lived from inside out. I found that, and I know Stephanie get a kick out of that because my tagline is life.
It's an inside job.
Oh yes, sir. Thank you. See, it's an inside job. I forget. Very good, Michael. Oh, I love it. It takes a community, you know. We've been created to love, and true love isn't selfish or self-seeking. True love is giving, caring, being kind, considerate, compassionate. Giving from your heart is the highest expression of love. True love is selfless, and giving from the heart is selfless too. If we don't learn to give with the right heart, we'll never really live. Because giving, when we're grateful, we give. When we receive, we should be grateful. The gratitude and giving, I think, goes hand in hand. And I love gratitude because it does so many things to me and for me. That's why a gratitude journal is excellent. You know, even if one day there's a really crappy day, and you only have one thing to put in there, you have one thing. And gratitude for me, I remember, and I shared this before in Practitioner 1, our instructor said, you know, when you get up on the stage to do the invocation or the closing, the benediction, and you get up there, and if you're nervous, she said, just stop and be grateful. Because being in that time, being grateful, it grounds me. That's one thing. And being grateful takes all that other stuff away. Grateful for what I have, even if I have one slice of bread. I have one slice of bread. You were created to be, or we were all created to be a blessing to others. We are a blessing to others. We're a blessing to this earth. We're a blessing to the universe. Because we are here on purpose. You know, we aren't here just for, you know, wishy-washy. We're here on purpose. We may not know what that purpose is, but as we move through life, there's so many different things that we do, that we celebrate, that we contribute to the universe. Good and not so good sometimes. But I like to think that the good outweighs the other. To experience life at its absolute best through the honor of giving and serving others, and doing that from a grateful heart. Giving and serving others, getting out of ourselves is so, I think is so important. Because if we're only focused on me, like the seagulls in that movie, or mine, you know, everything's mine, and it's all about me, and it isn't all about me, and yes, it is all about me. You know, there's that paradox, I think, there. Because one thing, we have to take care of ourselves too. We have to honor our physical being, our spiritual being, our mental, emotional, and I'm grateful for all those. I was talking to my massage therapist the other day while I was getting a grateful massage. And we were talking about, you know, gratitude in our lives. And I am so grateful to be alive today. Because if I would lived my life the way I was living my life in my 20s, you wouldn't see me here. I wouldn't, I know for a fact, because the way my life was going, it was a disaster, a train wreck, you might say. And we were talking, and I said, you know, I've been sober now a little over 44 years, which is unbelievable. And I said, you know, I can't remember any time when I wanted to drink after I went to treatment and went through AA meetings, and that's a miracle. I mean, yeah, I said yes. I've had drinking dreams, and those are scary ass dreams. I hate to tell you, but if you had one, you know what it's like, especially the first one. You know, you've been sober for like, say, maybe 60 days, and all of a sudden one night you have this, well, it's a nightmare, it's not a dream, that you went out drinking or whatever, and that you lost that time you gained, and you disappointed people, you disappointed yourself, all this stuff. So then you get up and you rush to see if the car's still there. The car's still there. But yes, and that's where gratitude, I mean, to be grateful for every day of my life. Since I retired from Boeing, I've gone through more health issues than I think I did 20, 30 years before that. But that's where the modern medicine comes in. They saved my life, thank you very much. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the trained hands that know what they're doing when they cut open your chest, you know, and get in there and play with your heart, whatever they do. Thank God you're out. Many, many years ago, that wouldn't be the case. You would just be gone. So being grateful is such a powerful thing, because like in there, you know, with gratitude, you attract more to you. And this is a letter from Ernest Holmes I found, and I really, some of the stuff is a little kind of heavy, but this I thought was very to the point. The one who gives for reward does not give it all. They seek to bargain, to trade for spiritual gifts. Hence, they sense loss on their own giving and find no completion through the act. But those who give half of their meat to the hungry feels justified and is warmed by a real sense of comradeship. They have established an actual unity between themselves and other offsprings of creation. Great causes succeed when there is a giving of humanity. With the check must come the one who wrote it. The interest, their enthusiasm, their love. The check must be a symbol of their desire to impart themselves. Then shall it multiply its benefits and do good. Charity is cold, but love is warm. When the heart speaks as a divine conversation, when a heart speaks to heart, a divine conversation that has taken place, a heavenly discourse. I'm going to have to read that again so I can read it right. When a heart speaks to another heart, A divine conversation has taken place, a heavenly discourse. So like we believe that when we look in the eyes of another, that is, we're looking in the eyes of God, in the eyes of the divine. And they're looking back at the eyes of the divine. And that's when we go heart to heart, instead of sometimes we get this head thing, sometimes it's really a disaster. But if we just drop it a few inches to the heart, it makes a situation so much better. Each of us has something to give. Let each see that they give of their best. If we are bringing out gifts to the altar of love, nothing less than that, the best will be accepted. Nothing less than all is enough. There's a few steps here. How to show gratitude to some people. I only have 2 in each category because with it I could go on and on and on and on, and we don't want to do that. Show gratitude to people who you love. One thing to do is give them something of yours that you think they would enjoy, and let them know specifically why you want them to have it. We went to a wedding one time where these 2 women, they got married in it was a native ceremony, and they had a blanket with all these different little items on it. And you were to go choose something from that. They were giving something that to each of us that they wanted us to have. And I found that that was extremely touching. Another thing to show gratitude to the people who you love is compliment them on their talent, their skill, their strength, the strength that you admire. It's not hard to do. Sometimes I think it is. We find our tongues tied and whatever, but there's something that they're doing, saying, compliment them on that. Now we show gratitude to people who challenge us. Yes, we need to show gratitude to those too. Fully listen to what they have to say instead of forming your rebuttal in your head and waiting to speak. That is such a powerful practice. And it doesn't have to be just with those of you who have challenges with, it's with anyone. Allow them to speak instead of, they're having an issue or whatever, and it's going on in your head, you've got that all cured and solved. You've done a miracle here. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Because by the time they get done sharing it, and I have experienced this myself, by the time you get done doing it, you solved it. A lot of times you've solved it, right? Just by one thing, getting it out and sharing it with somebody. So allow this person or these people to fully share until until they're complete. Another thing is to thank them for introducing you to a new way to look at things, even if you still don't agree. Because I'll listen to people and they have their own ideas, but I can see it, but in this situation it may not work. But in another situation down the road, whoa, who had this idea? And about doing this, whatever it is we're doing. So thank them. Show gratitude to people who serve you. And that's like, wait people, even nurses, if it's wait people, give a larger tip than usual. There are some people, some wait staff that we've had that they are just so fantastic. You want to give them a big tip. And then there's some that are, not quite so happy and whatever, and you know that stuff could probably go on in their lives. You know, you can do that, and that might cheer them up. Another way is if they serve you regularly, acknowledge something they always do, but they always do well, like working efficiently or staying calm under pressure. I know when we had our restaurant, when it got busy, it's like that's when the adrenaline goes up and you go, you know, and then you forget to breathe, which is not good. So actually, you know, compliment them. And now we show gratitude to people that we work with, or that work with us. Offer to lighten their workload in some way if you're able to do that. You know, well, I can do that for you. You know, it's real easy. Listen fully if they've been having a difficult day, and recognize if they need space to figure things out on their own. Not advice and help. That's the whole thing with listening. That's one thing we learned the first time. One of the first things I think we learned in practitioner training was to listen. When you're with someone, you're witnessing them. You're not fixing them. You're not curing them. You're holding them in love and light. You're holding them with that grateful heart, knowing that the answers will come. So we don't have to fix everything. I think we feel in our lifetime that we have to fix everything. And that isn't necessarily the case. We are good fixers though. I know a good fixer here in the front row. Mechanical things, yes. Mechanical things can't really fix themselves. Well, maybe when AI gets they get in there and fix some stuff, but you know. Showing gratitude to guess who? You. Give yourself time to enjoy a passion you've sometimes been too busy to do. There's a lot of things we like to do, like hobbies and like walking in a park, things that we really enjoy, but we don't take time to do. I don't have time for that. Oh, I've got this to do, I got that to do. You know what? That'll be here when you get back. To do something that you're passionate in is giving to yourself, allowing your physical being to relax, to unwind, for your mind to relax, like say it's a walk in the park, and just to visualize and see all the beauty all around you. I mean, right now, to me, I don't know, maybe I've been missing it over these years. I've always said that I miss the Midwest in the fall because of the trees. And I still say they have a lot more color. But this year, I've noticed more. And I don't know if there is more or if I'm just noticing more. We have 2 trees out front that they turn gold, basically. Except when we got to pick up all the leaves. The beauty. And we don't look at that when we're busy working. So let's allow ourselves to give to ourselves. And another thing is to treat yourself to something you enjoy. Maybe a pedicure, a massage, a spa day, just something that you really enjoy. Maybe even just a meal out. Don't forget to show gratitude to yourself. In everything, this is from Ernest Holmes, in everything give thanks. An attitude of gratitude is the most salutary and it bespeaks a realization that we are now in heaven. As heaven is within. How we love to do for those who cooperate with us and are grateful for, and our small endeavors. Gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence, and is crowned in heaven with the consciousness of unity. found in heaven are the consciousness of unity. So this week, I'm just inviting you to practice these ways of showing gratitude and giving to others and to yourself. Maybe to your dog, your cat, but I think they get enough attention. But practice that giving from the heart, giving through gratitude, being grateful. And now I have somewhere here. There we go. I have hopefully it's here. It's not. There it is. This is a quote. Oh. That was very good, Michael. I hit the stop share. Maybe that wasn't what I wanted. This is a quote, also a quote from Ernest Holmes, but I liked it, so I said we're going to use it for our affirmation for today. So we'll do like we always do, 3 times. And it's not 3 times you're out. It's 3 times, okay. Gratitude is the attitude that opens the door to abundance. Gratitude is the attitude that opens the door to abundance. One more time and feeling it. Gratitude is the attitude that opens the door to abundance. And so it is.
Amen.
Amen and hallelujah. And now we have this is a almost I guess this is
As my days keep rushing by me, I seem to forget all the ways that life has guided me, and I'm grateful for that. Whenever I'm feeling alone, faced with the unknown, I remind myself of all the ways there's joy in every day. Life is full of wonder, I don't have to wait to look around and see the beauty here in this moment. I'm grateful for the ones I love, those who lift me up when I'm down. I'm grateful for the air in my lungs, the hard times I felt lost is when I found my strength, my spirit, and my authentic self. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for this life. It's easy to only notice the bad times around. All I can do is shift my focus and see the good as well. I don't know what my future holds, and now is all I have. Gotta hold close and appreciate what I take for granted. Life is full of wonder, I don't have to wait to look around
that was by the, I use them a lot, they're called Fearless Soul. Both songs today were from them. And so I'm grateful for everyone that has become present here today, whether on Zoom or present in person. I'm grateful for the space that we have, the sacred ground that we can come in and be safe and free and be ourselves. And I'm grateful for the divine nature of each and every soul, because we are here on purpose. I'm grateful for everything and everyone that has made this possible, made Northern Light Center for Spiritual Living possible. For you are the gifts. You are a gift for your love. So I'm grateful for all of this and more. And so I release this to the absolute power of the law. Because the law takes everything we put into it and shapes it and sets it in divine motion. It may not turn out the way we want it to, but it will turn out. And so with that, I release, I let go, and I let it be. And we say, and so it is. So, you want to turn that camera off?
We can do the prayer exchange. Are we doing that after?
No, we're doing that now.